Howdy, y'all. You got the Bulldog on the channel. I was MIA yesterday because had a lot going on. Had a lot going on today. It has finally slowed down. I was able to stop for lunch after 2 o'clock. But I wanted to pop on here and show you a little bit of what we've been dealing with. I had one that I had to finish taking apart, the EcoBoost down there. And it's going to be, a little bit bigger than what I figured, but still. It's all changing sprockets and everything. We're going to have to replace all the phasers. Going down the road, it's allowing it to go out of time, and that's the phasers leaking off. But I was concentrating on getting that thing apart. There's some other things going on. I got that thing all apart, and I sat down here and spent over an hour getting all the parts and everything figured up. I'll just show you here. All the parts that go into that. Page 2. "42 individual parts. They sell an aftermarket kit, which doesn't come with half the parts. And we've had them fail. So, we get them from Ford now. Well, we started getting them from Ford, and we're back to getting them from Ford. That's a lot of money. A little upsetting because you're supposed to go through all these things one by one. When I called over there, he said, "Well, just fax me the deal." Okay. What's your cutoff time? And he told me, okay, well, we'll get it faxed over to you. And I just got one question. When I looked up this part, it's zeroed out. And when I say zeroed out, it means no availability. It says call dealer. So I gave him the part number. I said, what does that mean? Is it a superseded number? Is it updated? Well, he rattled on his keyboard a little bit, and he said, well, just what all do you need? I started rattling it off some of the things that I need. He went to clicking and clicking and clicking. Okay. Now I need seals too. All right, which ones? The front cover, because we have to pull the front cover off. All right, I got them. You got the crankshaft seal and the front cover seal? Yeah. Okay, water pump, gasket, O-ring. Yeah, I got them. Thermostat gasket, housing gasket. Yeah, front cover gasket. No, thermostat housing. Yeah, where the thermostat goes on the front cover. It doesn't go on the front cover, it goes on the water pump. Yeah, front cover. Okay. What about the cam seals? What seals? Those square cut O-rings that go on the cam, front of the bearing. And I threw him a call out number, and yeah, so that we need 8 of them. 8! So yeah, when you click on that, it says quantity 4, that's per side, so we need 8. Oh. All right, got it all coming. Okay, can we go ahead and fax you this so that you can go through it and make sure we got everything ordered? Well, I got everything ordered. You don't need to do that. My boss called over there, and when he got back, he was on a drive getting parts. And Yeah, we got everything ordered. Are you sure? Yeah, everything you need. So I'm assuming that we're going to have, a few items short, and we're supposed to have it done tomorrow. But sometimes parts people get pretty upset with dealing with things all day long. That's a lot of parts to read out one by one. Yeah, I get it, but we still need our parts. And just as soon as I got off the phone with that, another customer called. My car done? I have to be more specific. My Taurus. And I had noticed there was a black car out there, so I assumed that's what it was. And I remembered something about we were supposed to do that, but I didn't take the call or make the appointment. And we hadn't said anything about it because my boss was working on another one trying to get it done. And I was working on this one trying to make sure we had our parts ordered for tomorrow. It gets like that. People say, well, you need to hire a secretary to take care of all that. You can't afford it. Me? No. You guys need to. No, we don't pay for anything. The business doesn't pay for anything. Every single thing that this business purchases is purchased by the customer. They're the ones that pay our bills. So if we hire somebody, the customer is paying their salary. And you got to figure, if they're making minimum wage, just minimum wage, and then you're working, got to hire them full time, pay benefits, you're figuring on $200 a day expense. So that person's going to have to earn you $200 a day in order to make them profitable. Yeah, it makes your life easier until it comes time to pay the bills. There are times we don't make $100 a day. That's bad. But that's reality. When the customers stop coming in, the checks going out don't. But we're dealing with that. I find out that he had told her it'd be afternoon when it was done, so 5 minutes after noon she was calling to see if it was done. So I thought, well, I'll just get it in here. I'll get started on it and work through lunch. And I got it in here. And it was another one. I had done a video a while back where it said a Taurus, and it called for a horrible amount of time to do struts. And I got in there and I don't see it. I don't see why in the world it would call for that much time to do struts. So we cut the time back. Well, I get into this one expecting to find it to be just like the other one. Nope. This one takes every bit of the time that it called for. Not only that, this was a repeat. Another shop had done it. His mechanic quit. And I found out today that he quit right after getting this car done. And then it had a problem. And she took it back. Well, my guy quit. Does it really bother you that bad? Yeah. I've already paid to have it done. I'd like it to be right. Well, I get it up in the air and I'm starting to take it apart, and I find out, oh shoot, I got to do all this extra stuff that I shouldn't have to do, but it's how it's designed. I got to take the ball joint out. It's just a strut, but it's a Ford. And some of them, in order to take the strut off, you just slide the knuckle off the end of the strut. Except for when you take that loose, the knuckle, when it's attached to the control arm, won't go down off the end of the strut. It has to go down that far to get off the end of the strut, and you have that much travel. So I got to take the knuckle off of it. and I stick my wrench in there on the ball joint and I pull, and the whole thing rotates, stud and everything. They had these things stacked up underneath of it because they couldn't get the nut down tight. And it wasn't tight, it was flopping around in there. That's a rattle. So I had to, when I got it apart finally, I had to clean up all the threads and get it to where it'd work again so I could get it all tightened up, got her car done, got it out. My boss was pulling his hair out because, you see this? Somebody had made a mess inside of a transmission pan. They had this little bolt here, this little screw, machine screw, screwed up in the hole instead of extracting the old bolt. It's supposed to have a bolt in it like that. One of these things doesn't look like the other. He dealt with that. He pulled the pan off of it and found the filter just laying in the bottom of it. It's a screw-on filter too. Well, that kind of explained that problem. We got all that dealt with. Finally, it was late in the afternoon. I finally get time to sit down and make a post. Just frustrating. Got stuff I'm working on at home, and it's not working out very well. I put that actuator on the S10, and it's still not going forward drive. So I got to pull the lines all apart and see if I'm getting vacuum where I need it. I get some vacuum, but it might not be all of it. So I got to do all that stuff again. Life of a mechanic. It never stops. Ever. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification. Use all the little buttons down there. Share it around. And we'll talk at you later.